Hello everybody and happy Friday. As you can probably see, it is a very dark Friday. I have lights on and it's not really helping. It's extremely dark and cold and rainy outside. It's going to turn into ice and then into snow, and I'm very glad I don't have to go anywhere or do anything over the weekend. I can just stay inside all cozy and snuggled up with a book or two and not have to worry about anything. And yeah. So it feels like it's been a really long time since I did a Friday Reads video or any sort of currently reading life update thing. Probably not since November, like way before Vlogmas, so I have things to talk about today. You may have noticed that I disappeared for about 2 weeks after Vlogmas was over, which was good. I took a break from pretty much everything internet and just tried to enjoy the holidays and my Christmas vacation, and I have to say that it really wasn't a great time. I was very anxious and kind of upset. There was stuff going on, and I'm actually feeling a lot better now that the holidays are over and I'm back to work and things are kind of normal again. Just, I don't know what was up with that. Usually I do a lot of reading and stuff at the end of the year, but this time I did not. I worked on crochet projects, I binged 3 whole seasons of TV shows, and read barely anything over Christmas. I figure a lot of it was that I wasn't feeling very well, like physically or emotionally, and I just don't read when I feel like that. So I must be feeling better now that I'm reading like a book per day. So first, before I get into other things that I don't want to forget, the next Stitch and Bitch live show is going to be tomorrow on Saturday. It's going to be hosted over on Bree's channel, Bree Reads Books. I will leave links and such down below. Usually it's on Sunday, but this time it's on Saturday, which is kind of throwing me a little bit, but it should be at the usual time, which is 1 p.m. Central. So if you want to, come join us as we work on our various craft projects and chat about books and media and other fanish things that we've been enjoying. It'll be a lot of fun, and if everything goes right, we may do our delayed gift exchange. The Postal Service hates us this year, apparently. Next, what I am currently reading. I have started far too many things and I need to actually finish something over the weekend. I am currently reading Foreigner by C.J. Cherryh. I am actually buddy reading this with Cousin from Always Doing. It's her first time reading it, but this is a reread for me. Way back in the day when I was a teenager, I read the first 9 books in the Foreigner series by Cherryh, and I've wanted to reread them for years, so I am very excited to be getting back into this. I've only read like, I don't know, 60 pages? Yeah, the kind of the introduction prologue bit before the time jump, and I'm so excited. I love the Atevi. I can't wait to get to the main character, Bren, who is a translator. It's so cool. And my other main read right now is Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. The subtitle is Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams. And this is a book on this topic of sleep that a bunch of people recommended to me after Nonfiction November. I read a different book, Nodding Off by Alice Gregory, for Nonfiction November, and I wanted something more, something better, and this is the book. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really well done. So yeah, I'm not that far into it, maybe about 100 pages, but I read a good chunk of it yesterday and like, I need to really dig into this one. I might finish it over the weekend. And another reread that I'm very slowly working on is The Art of Language Invention by David J. Peterson. I read this book a couple years ago. It was an absolute favorite of mine. I really love reading about linguistics and constructed languages. And over Christmas, I decided that I just really wanted to reread this for fun and pleasure. And I really think that I need to like binge some linguistics and nonfiction. So if you have recommendations for me for nonfiction about language, linguistics, and constructed languages, definitely let me know, because I will be looking for some more and see what my library has that I can get right away. I'm also listening to an audiobook Game Changer, I think is the title, by Alex Beckett. I was really excited about this book because it's science fiction by a debut non-binary author. I was like, oh, this should be cool. Unfortunately, I think I might DNF it. I'm really bored. I'm gonna give it 10%, which is about 2 hours, I think, on the audiobook, but I just don't care about anything in the story yet. Too many characters being introduced, too many names, too much like tech jargon. Maybe it would work better in print, like reading the words rather than listening to it, but I don't know. I'll listen to a little bit more of it and then make up my mind. If I end up DNFing it, my next audiobook will be Empress of Forever by Max Gladstone, which I started reading ages ago and had to send back to the library, but this time I'm hoping to get through the whole thing on audiobook, which will be what I listen to while I am working on various projects. The thing I'm working on right now that I'll probably continue working on over the weekend is my knitted sweater. If you watched my last video for Vlogmas, which is about the things I made in 2019, I ended it with the projects that I was planning on doing in 2020, which are all basically big projects, things that will take a lot of yarn and a lot of time, mainly garments. And one of those is the brick sweater. I wanted to challenge myself to knit a sweater. I've done some knitted socks and I've crocheted a sweater, but I've never knitted a sweater. So that is what I am doing. I did a test knit to try to figure out what the actual sizing is for this pattern. And so I'm doing the medium size and I've started over. Let's see if I can even show this properly. I've just split for the sleeves, and so it doesn't look like much yet. You can kind of see it. That's an armhole right over here. So I'm going to do a couple more rows on the body, and then I will probably slip some of it onto waist yarn so I can try to put it on and double check that it fits across my shoulders and my arms, because I have no idea how the sizing works in this pattern. I ended up going with the medium size rather than the small because when I did the actual math with the gauge and the number of stitches, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I need to go up a size. But it's been very enjoyable to do. I've done almost all of this over about 3 evenings. It doesn't take very long to knit up worsted weight for a sweater, so the whole thing may go pretty quickly. And I'm using my new needles. I got some Chaogu red lace needles. They actually do have the red cord, which I think is really cool looking. These are awesome. I'm working with size 9 and I also have size 7 to do the ribbing and stuff later. And they're really nice. They've got nice long sharp tips and it was great. Really fun to work with. I was using these really old inox needles for the test knit that I did. It was painful. It was almost literally painful to use those needles. They were so blunt and so stiff. So I'm also working on a shawl. Let me go get that. Another one of the big projects that I wanted to do in 2020 is my Ziggy Interrupted shawl, which is my larger shawl version of the Ziggy Interrupted scarf pattern by Sandra Paul, who is Cherry Heart here on YouTube. So I have done a lot of work on this. I did like 5 solid days of work on it over my Christmas vacation, and now I'm to the easier part, but I'm temporarily stalled on it because I'm waiting for some more yarn. I thought I had enough, but no. So this is pieced. You make it in different panels and then piece it together. So this is one panel. So there is a motif panel with all of these sewn together squares and triangles, and then you build stripes, like these solid stripes on top of it. So there will be 4 of these panels plus a 5th motif panel. So that was one panel. Here's part of another. There are only 2 stripes on this because I'm waiting for more of the purple color to do the next stripe. Oh, here's the second panel. It's not showing up very true to color because the lighting is really bad right now, but it's very pretty. I need to get more of this purple color and more of the charcoal. I redid my color diagram so that the ones I needed more of would be the 2 colors I could actually get again, because I have 7 colors and 5 of them are one of a kind or unavailable. So I can only get more of the 2 Knit Picks colors that I have. So yeah, I have a big project bag full of all the pieces for this. And once I get the remaining yarn that I've ordered, it won't take me that much more to do it. I've got like 7 more stripes to do, then I need to seam all the panels together. Then I need to block it, which is going to be very important for kind of expanding the lace portions. And then I have to apply the tassels because there will be 24 tassels, like 12 on each end. Have I ever made a decent tassel in my life? No. But I am pretty good at following the instructions in this pattern, so we'll see if I can pull it off or not. So that is pretty much it for me on both the reading front and the crocheting and knitting front. This weekend will be full of both of those things and the live show. I need to take down the rest of my Christmas decorations, and I'm really sad about that. I really like having my tree up, but it's the middle of January now and it's kind of past the season, so I have to put away everything this weekend. And otherwise, I'm going to chill. Yeah, I will probably not put out that many videos in January, which is fine. I can't make myself do something I'm not feeling super inspired to do, but hopefully I will get my reading statistics for 2019 video out soon. It takes a lot of prep work to crunch all the numbers and do comparison stats and generate all the charts and stuff, but I do hope to get that done soon, and some wrap-ups because I still have all the things I read in December to talk about and all the things I've read so far in like the first 2 weeks of January. So expect a lot of wrap-ups coming your way soon, and maybe some reviews if my brain cooperates. Anyway, I hope you are having a lovely Friday and that whatever your plans are for the weekend, you enjoy that time. I'll be back relatively soon to talk to you again, and until then, bye.